Hey everybody, welcome to Arena Mondays here on the Mana Leak. I'm John as always, and it is 42, or at least it feels like 42 degrees outside for those of you with freedom units. That's 108. And yes, I'm in Canada. Anyways, Arena Mondays, they're trying to make me not make these videos. I originally started it as sort of a flashback draft video series because they were doing different flashback drafts every week, and then it became M19 drafts, which is not flashback, and then the drafts stopped changing every week. It's still M19 drafts, and I think it's still M19 drafts for at least another week. So we're going to do something really weird, and we're going to play standard. I've never made standard content before, but I've got a deck that's super duper fun. I played it on the sponsored stream that I did with Wizards of the Coast back a month or so ago. This deck was built by Jay Abbott. I forgot the number after his name. I want to say 87. So the reason that I haven't really produced constructed content is I don't like deck building. It's weird, but I actually really don't like deck building. I get no enjoyment out of it. I don't like the time that it takes, and I don't like the fact that I know somebody else out there are so many Magic players, has already done this deck, and I could just go and find it. So all standard that I do, which is currently basically 0, Canlander, etc., I do take other people's decks. I'm not a deck builder at all. I'll tune decks, I'll modify sideboards, etc., but I'm not a deck builder. But this deck has been super fun. I've really been enjoying it. So this deck is Primal Amulet deck. That's kind of the key part of the deck. What we're looking to do is we're looking to flip this Primal Amulet and copy a, where is it? Where does it live? Torment of Hailfire and deal a bajillion. Banefire, deal a bajillion, and then even copying cast downs and fatal pushes and lightning strikes can be enough to control the game. So the entire point of the deck, there are no creatures. The entire point of the deck is kill everything. So push everything, cast down everything, doomfall their hand, doomfall whatever's on the board until we flip that amulet and then hit them with something to kill them. It's super fun. I've not gone against Turbo Fog yet, so I don't know how it'll work out there. Obviously, we won't be controlling any battlefield, so we'll see. At least Primal Amulet does get the counters on cast, so they can still be countered. And then, of course, Banefire, well, Banefire cannot be countered. So, yeah, we'll take this into a quick constructed best of one and see how we do. So quick constructed allows us to play 7 wins or 3 losses. So let's play the deck and let's see how it goes. I've mostly been playing, and by mostly I mean purely been playing on the free play ladder, so we'll see how it fares in an actual event. We'll see what the meta in this event currently is. I have no clue whatsoever, but yeah, here we go with some standard on the Mana Leak. Now, of course, best of one means you're going to want to keep your mulligans a lot more, and this mulligan's fine, or this opening hand is fine. Obviously, we want the amulets, and there's no amulet here, but we've got the board control, and we've got the draw to dig, so we'll keep this. And I mean, if we're up against something like red-black aggro, we're good. Doesn't look like we are. Looks like we're up against blue-white control. So we'll see how it goes. It's going to make things like Fatal Push and such be a lot worse. And I think we might just Tormenting Voice right here, right now, to try to dig, and we'll throw away a Swamp. They're going to negate my Tormenting Voice? They are not. So we get ourselves a Doomfall, so we can try to rip something out of their hand. We can Lightning Strike their face, but if they are creatureless, the cut is awful, the push is awful, the cast down is awful. Vraska's Contempt will kill their Teferi at least. So we'll see how it goes. Well, there's the amulet we want, so I think what we'll do is we'll Doomfall their hand and see what they're working with. This, I assume, will get countered. That it does. Disallowed. And we'll pass that turn. We did not hit a land for the amulet, unfortunately, so we're just passing that turn. And I think we're not going to do well here. That is a Teferi. We're going to Lightning Strike What are we going to Lightning Strike? So they're going to +1 to Fairy. They're going to have 2 mana up. I actually want to Lightning Strike to Fairy. So they can +1. We'll Lightning Strike to Fairy, take him down to 2. And then if we do hit a land, actually it has to be a swamp, unfortunately. But if we do hit a swamp, we can try to Contempt to Fairy, but I would expect some sort of removal. So let's give it a go. Contempt to Fairy. I'm gonna bet no die. Oh, Teferi Contempted. Alright. That's a Teferi down. And a pass of the turn, so let's try to get this amulet, but I bet it's going to be countered. So as long as we don't face nothing but control decks, this could be an interesting video. But if we do, it might be a little less interesting. So we now want to try to flip that amulet, so we'll probably have to... The push does require a target, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately we really can't cast any of this, and that cast out just took our amulet. So womp, womp, womp. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way out of this, unfortunately. We're just going to pass that turn. Being stuck on 4 lands is going to really come back to bite us as well. Like, we want to, you know, cast some spells. And we're not. It's only turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least turn 7. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think control is probably our worst matchup, actually, since we do have so much creature hate. We'll try to get a treasure map down. Can we have a treasure map, please? Like, you're going to counter it, so just play magic, please. Come on. Counter it, counter it, counter it. Draw 2 cards. You got it. Now, this might not be... Actually, in fact, I would guarantee this is not the Turbo Fog deck, right? They're not going to be taking a whole bunch of extra turns. They are instead just approaching, I assume. Like I said, I don't know Standard. I don't play Standard. I don't care about Standard. But when there's a really cool deck like this, I really enjoy playing it. Search for Azcanta. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna have to... No, we shouldn't Lightning Strike their face. We're not in trouble here. We're not in trouble until they approach, and I feel like they would have cast an approach if they had one. Swamp on top. Unfortunately, we need real cards. Oh, damn it. We need lands and real cards at the same time. That's just another Lightning Strike, so we're gonna pass the turn again. Yeah, we're pretty bad against control. That's where the sideboard would come in if we weren't quick constructed. We could put in duresses, take out, you know, cast downs and fatal pushes and stuff like that. So still no approach, so I will strike them. And then treasure map. Scrying a Torment. We do actually want to draw a Torment at some point, and I guess that may as well be this point. And we'll pass the turn again. So we'll scry off the map, flip the map, Lightning Strike their face again, I guess. What we need to hit are our Tormenting Voices. Now, why would you blow up my Dragon Skull Summit instead of my Treasure Cove next turn? That's interesting. Well, let's tap it for mana, and let's Lightning Strike their face. Zap! The upside, I suppose, is if they're playing Essence Scatters, they're not very good. We'll go and get... What do we got? Red, 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 black. Let's go and get a Swamp. Let's go and get a Swamp. There it is. So we are going to need to get Primal Amulet and Banefire going. Draw 4 your turn. Did you find an approach? You found a Field of Ruin. And no approach. Well, as long as they keep whiffing on the approach, we're okay. So they are going to blow up our treasure cove here. We do not want a mountain. So that's going to give us some treasures, and then they're going to blow up the treasure cove. Which is fine. We can't even get this cut in the graveyard without a tormenting voice, unfortunately. Sure, you got me. You got me. So we'll go get a swamp. Draw for turn. Uncastable card. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're not well matched up here. Not good. Not good. Surprised they have not found an approach yet. I play a land and pass the turn as well. Who's the control deck now? Huh? Who's the control deck now? For 6 mana. What is that? Oh, is this Nexus? Gearhulk. Sure. That's a creature that I can kill. Glimmer. Cast your Glimmer. And then we will try to cast down the Gearhulk. I kind of wanted to do that on my end turn. Thanks for skipping to their turn, Magic Arena. Alright. Boop and boop. Cast it down. Counter it. Glimmer. Sure. Draw some cards. It's going to be a very long match. I really hope we're not against Constructed a whole, or against Control a whole bunch. Cast it down, counter it. Well, I'm gonna cast it down again. Counter it. I really don't want to Vraska's Contempt it. I really don't wanna. But I mean, if we can make them spend... You're gonna seal away their Torrential Gearhulk? I'm going to Vraska's Contempt your Gearhulk. Counter Removal War. Oops. Oops. No. Undo that, please, Magic Arena. Cancel everything that's happening right now, please. What is going on? Alright, sure, I've paid mana. Black mana. There we go, I guess. Hey, we killed it. Seal away resolves. Nothing happens with it. Cast down. Nothing happens. Disallow. Cancels the cast down. Now, I guess the question is, do we actually get to Torment of Hailfire here? Oh, I really dislike that they've got 3 mana up. Would they have countered that Vraska's Contempt? I feel like they would have, right? I mean, let's make them have the counterspell, I guess. So, black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll torment them for 5. Torment them for 5. I'm sure they have the counterspell. I'm sure they just baited out whatever my plan was this turn. Counter. Counter. There it is. Syncopate for 2. Sure, you got me. Teferi, yep. Should have kept that Vraska's Contempt, I suppose. So I guess they were going to Teferi, bounce the seal away. Gearhulk would re-enter. They'd get to yada yada fruit badoop badoop badoop. Untap your lands. It's fun not playing Magic. Let's cast a Tormenting Voice. pitching a cut. They're down to 5 cards in hand, eh? Let's play a Dragon Skull Summit, and let's attempt to Doomfall them. Show me your hand. Show me your secrets. You're going to counter it, so come on, counter it. Counter it. Come on and counter it. Counter it. There it is. X equals 3, can't pay it. Pass the turn. Oh, fun interactive magic, eh? Fun interactive magic. This is just the stupid friggin' no win condition deck, isn't it? Like, they're not even playing approach, right? I'm assuming they're not even playing approach. Sure, you gotta search. Yeah, there's no way they're even bothering to play a win condition here. Yeah, uh-huh. Sure, it's a scavenger grounds. There's no point in doing anything, right? Let's try 2 ribbons them. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I ribbons you for 6? I bet I can't. Counter it, please. This is the kind of deck that like only exists on Magic Arena. Just because you take this to a tournament and you're gonna go to time. Like, you're gonna go to time. Wow, we actually hit them. I'm assuming that's just because they didn't care about countering it. Like, they've got to have just a handful of counter spells. Draw a card on tap 2 lands. Draw a card on tap 2 lands. Use as Kanta to search for a spell. Show me what that spell is. It's a disallow, yay. It's a disallow, yay. It's a disallow, we don't get to play Magic. Oh, it was a mistake playing Standard for this video, wasn't it? Yeah, discard everything. Do you hit Planeswalkers? You do hit Planeswalkers. That doesn't do much, but why the hell not? What else are we going to do? What else is we going to do? Counter it, counter it, counter it with this disallow that I know about. Got me. Pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn. Pass the turn, pass the turn. They whiff again on that? I feel like they've whiffed a lot on this. Land, disallow, sure. Draw your card. Draw a card on tap 2 lands. Draw a card on tap 2 lands. I have 0 relevant commentary. As Kanta, what do you find? You find a Seal Away. Doesn't do anything against me. Got him. We're just going to have to Torment of Hailfire at some point, right? Just like, be like, hey, do you have any counter spells left? I bet you do. I bet you do. We've seen, what, 2 Syncopates come through? Seal Away. Dragon Skull Summit. So that's going to alt, so whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Torment for 7. Counter it. Counter it. Yeah, you got me. Now pass the turn. Oh, they're down to 13 cards in their library. So, what? They alt to fairy, and then they start hitting my lands, and I don't get to do anything. And then what? And then they memory and like reset the game, but I still don't get to do anything. But then they eventually get a Teferi back. Yada, yada, yada. Uh-huh. About this close to just conceding. This is just stupid. Uh-huh. Bye, land. Bye-bye. Oh, You have basically zero choices here, so if you could speed it up, that would be great. Blink your Teferi, whatever. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. This is just absolute bullshit. Cool. We lost. Yay. Let's play again and not play against that deck. That deck is so stupid. So stupid. Unfortunately, very well matched up against us. Very well matched up against a fair bit of the meta, I assume. Red-black, of course. If they get a couple of their creatures down, that deck just folds. But against us, it was real good. Real good. Alright, let's have a game of Magic. I guess I'll keep Please Have Creatures. Meandering River. Or Stream, or whatever it is. Mountain, go ahead. We're going to make them think that we're the aggro deck. Hey, they're probably going to have creatures. They do have creatures. Let's cut it. So now this is where the deck will shine. We control the game. We kill their creatures. And then eventually they don't have anything left. Pyromancer, sure. We'll drop another land. We'll pass that turn. We'll see if we get a better target than the Pyromancer to disintegrate. And then next turn we get ourselves an Amulet, which does unfortunately get abraded pretty well. No hasty creature, so we're just going to disintegrate that now. Ow! Get zapped on. Ooh, a pass of the turn, and we got Hour of Devastation in hand. Perfect. So we drop that Amulet. It gets braided, I assume. Ooh. Oh? No, we just get zapped in the face. Sure. Sure. Please don't have 4 more zaps. I would prefer it if you did not have that. Ow. Flame of Keld, uh-huh. Discard a Banefire. Interesting. So we're not going to Tormenting Voice, or we're not going to Hour of Devastation here. We are going to Tormenting Voice, pitching the other Primal Amulet, hoping that this works out. Draw 2 semi-relevant cards, but boy do we need to hit creatures with them. Cut to Ribbons, unfortunately, is currently the way that we win, so we can't cast that to get another counter, so we're just going to have to pass the turn here. We are not going to cast down because we need that at instant speed for the following turn. Hopefully this is not hasty. Oh, it's not even a creature. We get a Canyon Slough, which we are going to cycle to see what we can hit. We're going to play that Canyon Slough to make the ribbons a little bit better. Pass the turn, and hopefully we're not just dead to, what, a pair of Lightning Strikes? A pair of Lightning Strikes would be 10 damage. Please don't deal 10. Okay, that's not 10. And is this a turn passing? This feels like a turn passing. Okay, that's 5. That is 5. But they are now out of cards. So as long as they can't deal 5 to us, we're pretty good. We're going to hold that cut for the Soul Scar Mage to hold this in case of haste shenanigans. So we're going to cut that Soul Scar Mage. And then we're going to pass the turn. We'll cast down this creature if it's a creature. It's just a turn passing. They keep hovering over that amulet. Alright. So, I think we actually have to just cast Aura Devastation here. Because we need this amulet to get one closer to flipping and pass the turn. And then we need them to play a creature. Please have a creature? They're actually a lot more burn than they are kind of aggro. Hey, it's a creature. That's perfect. So we're going to disintegrate that. We get to flip that. And we get to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get to deal 12 to them with ribbons at the moment. Which I guess we just have to. And if they have a haste creature, well, that sucks. But we've seen 0 haste from them. We've seen 0 haste from them so far. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to ribbons them for 6. Which will ribbons them for 12. Zap, zap. Down to 8. 1 time, no haste. No Banefire. We got there! We won a match. That's how it works. That is how the deck works. It does require creatures, but if your opponent is playing any creature strategy, they just get blown out. So let's do that again. Let's do that again. No control. No control. Come on. 1 time. No control. Show us a good hand. Hand is good enough. We're going first. We get that map on 2 or a Tormenting Voice should we need it. We've got that Doomfall on 3. Amulet in hand. Up against red. That's what I like to see. We shouldn't need that Lightning Strike up, so we'll get that map down now. Red-blue. How intriguing. Oh, I see. I need to hit a land this turn. So we're going to Tormenting Voice away that cut? The cut. Because it'll still be relevant, even in the graveyard. And we do hit the lands, cool. So we get to drop that Dragonscale Summit, which means we get to scry next turn, or on their turn. And then we got Amulet online. Ether Hub down. I'd love to see a tap out here. Not quite a tap out, but should still be enough for us to get that amulet down. So we're going to scry. A second amulet. That's greedy. What we need is the lands. So we're going to drop that amulet now. We're going to have to take 2, and they're going to get to draw... No, they're not going to get to draw a card this turn. We're going to take 2, but that'll be fine. All of these spells are now nice and cheaper. It's Mr. Bolus. Well, Mr. Bolus. So we've got a red mana to kill a Siphoner, and then 2 mana to kill Bolus, and we get a mana left, so we can pitch this swamp. Pitch that swamp without a problem. We'll take 2 here, that's fine. Not a problem. So we Lightning Strike the Siphoner. And then we Doomfall, asking them to exile a creature. And then we pass the turn. We get a scry on their turn. Amulets, 2 counters away from flipping. It'd be cool if they didn't have another bolus. Chandra. That's probably fine. Probably fine. Top card shocked me. It was a Canyon Slough. So we're going to scry. What do we see? We see a Field of Ruin. I kind of want that land because I want Torment and I want Cut to start getting a little bit more online here. So we're going to play that Field of Ruin. And then I guess the question is, are we going to Ribbons just to get a counter on Amulet? I think we are. And I think we want to have one left for Treasure Map to flip. So we're going to Ribbons for, and it's not damage, it's lose life, so we can't hit Chandra. So we're going to Ribbons for 2. Let's actually leave up black and red. So we're going to Ribbons for 2. We're going to get a counter. We're going to pass that turn. We get to flip Treasure Map, so we're going to have a bunch of mana available. So potentially we can actually cast like a 1 mana instant followed by a copied Torment of Hailfire next turn. That would be ideal. They hit me for 2, that's fine. Exiling Sweltering Suns, good call. And the turn's being passed, so I'm smelling counters maybe. On top is a Doomfall, so that's 2 mana. I think that's fine to flip Amulet, because we get to Doomfall and take a gander at their hand. So, opponent, what you got? What you got? Also flippity dippity. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 12 repeats of Torment of Hailfire. They do have a Supreme Will. Ooh. Well, we're transforming. Oh, they let it... Oh, they dug. I see. So this is their hand, so they've got no way of stopping this. Cool. So we'll cut Lily. And we're going to torment them for 12. So that's 1, 2, 3... Well, so 12 is 24. So they can take 9, 10, 11, 12. They'll be almost dead, but they won't be quite dead. But we'll get them real damn close. So let's do it, shall we? Torment for 6. 1, 2. I've counted this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Let's make sure that that's tapped. That's tapped. Tap everything else. Cool. Torment them for 12. So by my count, they get to keep a card. Probably Chandra. They get to keep Chandra on board, and they get to go to 2? Or no, actually, they have to discard their hand and go to 2. First Torment still has not finished resolving. First Torment has resolved. Second Torment. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, cool. We actually had enough. They're just dead. Awesome. So that worked out really well. Again, if you're not against control, this deck is super cool. Super, super, super cool. And there's not much in the meta that really kind of goes against it well other than the control deck. And the control deck isn't going against it very well. It just doesn't have creatures for us to kill, and that's a problem. But let's see if we can keep going, shall we? Let's see if we can keep going. Now, I know Magic Arena has these wacky standard events going on. I don't think I'm going to touch them. As I said, I don't deck build. And I don't want to take like a normal deck into those wacky things, so I don't think I'll be covering those at all. Constructed-wise, what I do really want to do, as I turn the fan towards me before I die, is get Canlander content going. I really, really, really do. I just don't quite know how to get it. Boy. It's Magic Arena, so we're going to keep. We could get land screwed. And if they're a control deck, we're dead. So let's hope they're not. One time. Like, come on, Sarkhan's not playing control, right? Good stuff. Dragon Skull down. And we should be okay here. We get to push whatever they have, and then we get to cut whatever they have. And then we need lands, but we perhaps get to contempt something. So maybe we're okay. A Heart of Kirin. Well, that's going to be a little trickier. I guess we can still push it without too much of a problem. Pass the turn. We do have both of our Banefires in hand, which is a thing that's happening to us right now. So they can play their creature and activate little old Heart of Kirin here, and we're going to push it. Somehow, we're going to push a flying steampunk ship to its death. I don't know how. Don't ask me. So that happens. So we get ourselves a Scavenger Grounds, and I think we're gonna just shoot that Scrap Heap Scrounger. So shoot it. Pass that turn. We get to Doomfall if they play a relevant creature, which will exile it, so they won't be bringing back their Scrap Heap Scrounger. Luckily, Contempt exiles as well. So we're still in the controlling phase, and then we're in the holy crap, please draw a Primal Amulet phase. Goblin Chain Whirler is fine, and are they missing a land drop? They're missing a land drop this turn, so that's Dece plus. So I'm actually going to pass the turn here, and then on their turn we'll Contempt the Chain Whirler. Play your land. Go into combat. Contempt. Down it goes. Got him down to 4 cards. So we'll probably Doomfall whatever this is. The nice thing is, as you control them and they get down to lower number of cards, a non-copied Torment can still rip them apart a little bit. What you got, opponent? Oh, it's Mr. Bolus. Well, I guess we're going to pitch one of these Banefires. Yeah, pitch one of the Banefires, because we can just exile. Well, we can exile Bolus, or we could kill it, but then they can just bring back Scrap Heap, so we're going to make them exile Bolus this time around. And then we'll Banefire the next Bolus, I guess. So goodbye, Bolus. There's a land they drew. Blue. Oh, yeah. For Bolus, of course. Now, if they do drop another Bolus, they drop a Glory Bringer. Well, then. Glory. So, that... Well, that we can kill. That we can kill with a little old unlicensed disintegration here. So that's what we're going to do on their turn. Is blow it up. Another land, down to 2 cards in hand. That's what I like to see. They can go on the attack, and we're going to blow up the Glory Bringer. That is going to let them bring back the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Zap. Unless they have a more relevant card to cast. More relevant card? Yeah, relatively relevant card. Pretty decent. So they're going to add some mana, and they're going to Scrap Heap right now. Otherwise, I could have Scavenger Grounds and ripped those cards out of the graveyard. So Scrap Heap back as long as we kill it. There's no problem. We could Banefire, just killing Chandra. We could also Fatal Push. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can't kill Chandra. But we can just push that scrap heap. Chandra's going to start to be a little bit of a pain. So the question is, do we want to Torment for 2? They're just going to take 4 damage. Alright, so we're not doing anything else here. I might Ribbons them for 2. Oh, that feels so bad. Yeah, no, this is just bad. We really need that, a Primal Amulet. And that's where you kind of want it in your opening hand. I think the deck could maybe use some sort of little extra bit of card advantage. They exiled a Canyon Slough? Boy, unfortunately, I can't Scavenger Grounds that whatchamadoodle. So we're still 1 shy of hitting Chandra here. Still 1 shy. So we're always just going to be forever 1 shy. And when she ults, we're in trouble. So let's Ribbons them. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Ribbons them for 4, take them to 16. So if we hit a land, we could Torment them and they're dead unless they discard or sack. Exiled a land. Alright, so we can't let Chandra flip. We cannot. So we might have to hit her for 6 here. Tormenting for 6. Torment them for 6. They can take 15 and go to 1, but then they just die next turn. They can take 15 and discard a card. And if they go to 1, we're probably fine. If they discard, and take 8, they go to 8. And if we hit a land, we kill them. So yeah, actually, we're going to Torment them for full damage. I'm aware it's my go. We're going to Torment them for full value here. So that's 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. Did I miscount? 1, 2. Oh, I think I was counting the Banefire. For 5. Black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for 5, that's 15. I mean, it's still, if they go to 1, as long as they don't ult and, like, strike, we still just have them with Banefire. Please don't counterspell me out of nowhere. Discard an Abrade, cool. Discard a Mountain, cool. 3, 6, 9. Red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have to draw a land. If we draw a land, we win. If we draw a land, we win. Going for the emblem. If we draw a land, we win. If we draw a land, we win. Hey, we win, right? So these 2 for the lightning strike, and then we deal 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4, 5. Yeah, we win. We win. Zap! And Banefire for 4. Not for 5. That was an accident. Banefire for 4. Zap. Whew! It was close. It was close, but we got there. Victory. So let's keep that going. Besides that first control matchup, which was a pain in the butt, we've been great. Let's continue being great. Like I said, this deck by JAbbott87, Super fun. Super, super, super fun. We built it during the Wizards of the Coast sponsored stream where I got access to all of the cards in Arena, which was super fun. I'm hoping I get to do that again at some point. Other Arena streamed events would be cool. Yeah. Just like always, if there's creatures, this is great. Uh-oh. Hey, what? I mean, I don't pay attention to standard, so maybe Siren Storm Tamer's a thing. Well, let's drop a swamp and pass the turn. I don't think we're not in danger of dying to 1. So we've got a cast down. Should they tap out here? Oh, ooh, spicy. I like it. I like this. This is nifty. I'm going to cast down your Storm Tamer. This is like mono blue favorable winds flyers. Ooh, with a spicy. I approve, opponent. I approve of this message. We are going to cut that. Cut that right out. Then we got Amulet online. Hey, please don't counter my Amulet. It's my precious little amulet, and I like it a lot. Just let it go down here. Just down here. Yeah, awesome. So now, I don't think we lose. Especially if our opponent's actually mana screwed here. So we're just going to ribbons them now. Yeah, we're just going to ribbons them now for black for 3, just to get a counter on an amulet. Get a counter on amulet, get some damage done to them. And then next turn we might Hour of Devastation, nothing, to get a counter on it. And then we're pretty close to a copied Gigantic Torment. Ooh, that was a quick pass of the turn. I'm gonna have to ask to see what's in your hand. I also don't have to tap that much mana. Can I see what you got? It's going to be a second color. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, I see. It's a whole lot of things, eh? So these auras don't matter, so we're just going to cut one of these counter spells. Why didn't you counter? I guess there's no reason to counter that, I suppose. Pass the turn. We might cycle that slew. Yeah, we're going to cycle that slew. So remember, they've got the bad mana leak. And it's not bad, it's just slightly expensive. So yeah, I think we're just passing the turn for a while here. Because we don't want to have stuff countered. Pass the turn. Oh, this is fun magic. Pass the turn. It's an Artificer's Assistant. You should put an aura on it. Put an aura on it. Come on. Come on. Put an aura on it. This is when it damages or when it attacks? When it deals damage. Come on. Just put an aura on it. Just aura it up. Oh no. What will I do? Put another one on. Put another one on. Oh, alright. Disintegrate it. Dive down? No dive down. Just dead. Kite Sail Corsair. You should put an aura on that. Boo. Lightning Strike. Nifty. Pass the turn. Put an aura on it. Put an aura on it. Yeah. Ooh. So we now know even more about what they've got in their hand. Come get me. So we're going to Lightning Strike. Get a counter. This is an interesting deck. I'm sure, like, if they didn't get stuck with all the non-creature spells in hand, this thing could have been real aggressive. We'll drop a Scavenger Grounds. So what's Torment right now? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's Torment for 18. they counter one of them. But the other one is copied right away, so they are getting tormented for 9, which I think just kills them. So yeah, let's torment them for 9. Technically torment them for 18, but they're going to counter 1. And oh, if they have a second copy of Locos Dispersal, then that's going to be a pain. Doesn't look like they do. So they discard 2, and then they take 21. Or sorry, they sack that as well, but then they take a bajillion. They take 18 instead of 21. Cool. Another win. Have I said I love this deck? I really, really, really do. It almost would make me like go out to my local game store to Sunday Standard. Probably not though, but it is fun. So let's keep this going. Not too many matches left. Show us a good hand. Opponent's mulled, that's good. Yeah, as usual, please creatures, and things are fine. Play creatures and things are fine. Scry to the bottom, cool. Hey, they're gonna play creatures. Drop a swamp so we get to push on turn 1. Or I guess their turn 2. Carry Zev, pushed. And then we'll drop this slew while we can. Pass the turn. We might get to push here if it's a 2-drop. It's a ooh, Brazen Scourge. How brazen. So turn 5, I guess, we get to play an hour. So we're gonna drop a treasure map here. And hope we get to push, I guess. If we don't get to push, we get to scry. It's Chandra. We're going to take a lot of damage here. We're going to take a lot of damage before we clear their board. They shoot me for 2, getting rid of a mountain. We're going to take 3. And we're going to scry, I guess. Show me something. Another hour of devastation. No thanks. No thank you. Primal Amulet. Let's get it down. And then we're taking 3, 4, 5. We're going to 7. Please no Hazoret. We might be in trouble. Alright. Alright. So, we've got Hour of Devastation, but do we want to cast it? I think we do. Red. Red. Uno. And dos. Hour of Devastation. 5 to Chandra, 5 to the Scourge. And then we might actually Lightning Strike Chandra as well. Just to like really get her dead. Yeah, let's finish Chandra off here. I don't want to take 2 from her. Okay, board a little bit more clear. And they've got no creatures in hand. They would have played one last turn. They might have a Chandra in hand. They got a Lightning Strike in hand. We are down to 4. There's a Chandra. We're taking 2. Hopefully no shock. Could possibly use some way of getting life drain in this deck. So we're going to scry. I don't know why we tapped 2 there. Tormenting Voice is okay. So we will cycle. But unfortunately, we're not going to get... We need to hit a Lightning Strike, basically, in order to kill Chandra here. Actually, Lightning Strike won't even do it. Well, no, she's at 5. Yeah. We died. We died to the red aggro. That Brazen Scourge is what really did it. That 3/3 haste was too much. 3/3 haste was way, way, way too much, unfortunately. Well. Ouch. Well, let's go back in. That's 2 losses. We get 1 more loss. We get 3 more wins. Either way, that's going to reach the end of this video. I'll try to remember to do the deck list in the notes below. I should have a link, actually, to the tapped out list of it. should you want to go and build this yourself. Does use a lot of rare wild cards, a lot of Vraska's Contempts, a lot of Banefires and Torments of Hailfires. Well, please let there be creatures. Green. We haven't seen green yet. Llanowar Elves. That makes me wish I had a 1 mana kill spell, but I don't. So please no Steel Leaf Champions, although at least we can kill the first Steel Leaf Champion. To Rover. So you're gonna dinosaur me? Is what you're gonna do? You're gonna dinosaur me. So Sour Devastation is gonna be good if we can actually reach it. But who knows if we can ever do that. Sorcery Speed only hits a creature. May as well do it now. And man, we want 3 lands to be on top. Really badly. Ripjaw Raptor, pretty good. Pretty good. That is one hell of a missed land drop there. So we are going to have to... So we're never really triggering Revolt off Fatal Push, unfortunately. So we're going to need to push the Elves. We're going to take 4 off the Raptor, but if we can just hit a friggin' land, then we can disintegrate the Raptor, no problem. Sarkhan's on Ceiling. I see. I like it. I like it. Hey, we did hit the land that we needed, so we're going to disintegrate the Raptor and pass the turn. Unfortunately, they're going to hit us for 4 every creature they play. Oh, they're digging for a dinosaur. They found a dinosaur that will not hit us. They get to play it, that's fine. They exile a card, that's fine. And yeah, we're just playing the please find lands and also spells at the same time plan. So we are just going to cut the dinosaur. And unfortunately, I think our deck is going to make us lose here. Oh, no, not like this. Not like this. Vinemare, you piece of shit. At least we get to kill it with Doomfall. Second Sarkhan's on Ceiling, so boy are we dead if they actually get around to drawing creatures. So I guess we just like ribbons them for 3 here. Just straight up ribbons them for 3. And just hope they don't draw well. They drew well. We're taking 8, 9, 10, 11. We're taking exactly lethal. Wow. Red-green Sarkhan's on Ceiling deck with the mistake of a card Vinemare. I like it. I like it. That looks cool. I'd like to see that list, actually. So, unfortunately, we went 4-3. Technically a winning record. But yeah, that deck is super fun. I really enjoy playing it. We get ourselves a Votalic Brawler, a Millstone, and a Bantu's Last Reckoning. Woo. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The deck list will be in the link below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at the Mana Leak. That's L-E-E-K, like the vegetable, not the card. You can find me at facebook.com/themanaleak, twitch.tv/themanaleak, and patreon.com/themanaleak. If you go over at inkedgaming.com and pick yourself a playmat or sleeves or a hoodie or whatever, you can use the coupon code MANALEAK10, all one word, 10 for the 10, and save 10% off. If you like the content, click that thumbs up button, click subscribe if you want to see more. And if you do have questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.